Hey there. Hi, my name is Charlotte and I'm here from Colorful Teaching for You. And today we are going to be looking at how we can help you feel more in control of your life. Now, I've got some awesome freebies for you, so I just can't wait to get started. So, the moments in our lives, they're made up of a series of decisions and how we feel about them. So sometimes these decisions go really well and according to plan, and then there are other times where they don't go according to the way we want them to go. And when that happens, sometimes it can cause some havoc in our lives and cause us to lose our way, which is fine. I mean, this has happened to me too, where I had a mentor who told me a long time ago that I was not meant to be a teacher. Imagine that. And I actually believed it because she told me that over time. And I started to look for careers that would help me be better, be different, until I realized teaching was in my blood. It's in my bones. It's a calling. And so I decided that I was going to take charge of my life and really make sure that I was either meant to be or not meant to be a teacher. And I did it in 4 steps. So here are my 4 steps. The first one is to trust yourself. Sounds simple, but it's super difficult to do, right? So when I say trust yourself, I mean when things happen, and they will, especially if they don't work out, what I would like you to do is know that you made the best possible decision for yourself and for your loved ones. Remember that there's a reason that everything happens, and you can either choose to think of it from an empowering stance or from a disempowering stance. Think of this analogy like driving a car. When you're driving a car, sometimes you do hit traffic. And when you do hit traffic, you can just stay there forever in that road, on that path, or you can take a detour. And when you take a detour, you sometimes will have to take a whole bunch of different roads just to get to that one destination. And and sometimes, especially myself, we need the GPS to help us out. All of that is fine. We trust in the process, just like you trust in yourself. You have your end game in mind and you keep going forward, okay? The second step is to manage your emotions. So focus on the right now, on your present. Don't look anywhere else at anybody else, because it's so easy to get caught up into what everybody else expects of you and what everybody else thinks you should do and who you should be, to a point where you start to wonder if you are in the right place, if you're doing the right thing, and if you couldn't have gotten here sooner. But you are meant to be where you're meant to be at this moment. So think about that and forget about what everybody else is expecting of you. Okay? Now, I want you to realize that progress is slow. And sometimes it does cause us to become frustrated. So take a deep breath and still your mind. And remember that you are exactly where you should be in this moment. Think of think of obstacles as learning moments. Now, if you want to help your students, I've got a free guide that's associated with this video, or it will be, and it will help you create a calming area for your children. But there's also a paid guide for behavior charts and reflection sheets. But if you want to do this at home, you could use the free guide with the free resource library, okay? And the third step is to say no. Okay, so this part is, for me, really difficult. I don't know about you, but for me it's super difficult. In the beginning, I didn't want to say no. I used to say yes to everybody all the time. And when you say yes, it could be because you're a genuinely nice person, but a lot of the times when you say yes, it distracts you from what you want to do and where you want to go in your life. So instead of saying yes to every single thing, I say no to everything, because that's going to be uncomfortable. And then when you start to feel more comfortable, that's when you can kind of back away a little bit and start to say yes to the things that matter to you and no to the things that don't take your life in the right direction or doesn't really help somebody who's in need of you, okay? My fourth step is to make a plan. So when I say make a plan, I mean literally write it down, tell someone about it, and take action. When you're going to do that, I want you to put blinders on. Remember, first step, don't look at what anybody else is doing or saying. Put blinders on and really focus on what you want to do. As Stephen Covey says, keep the main thing the main thing. So as soon as you figure out what your main thing is, really hone in on that. And if you need some help send me a message or DM me and we will talk. But really focus on what's important to you. And I say this because from experience, because this past few months I've kind of gone all over the place. And now I'm figuring out what my main thing is and I'm doing it. So you do the same thing. And if you need extra resources, again, in the free resource library, there are some free guides for you, a free planner. There's also a paid one that goes into a lot more depth, but there's a free resource for you that you can totally just download and get started right away. All right, so let's recap the 4 steps. Trust yourself. Number 2, manage your emotions. Number 3, say no. Number 4, create a strategic plan and really stay focused on your main thing. Okay, if you need any other support, remember my free resource library is ready for you. And in the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, please do share it with your loved ones. And thank you. Remember, next time I won't be here on Friday, but I'll be here on Thursday at 6 p.m. because my sister's getting married and we're throwing her a little party. So yeah, see you next week and take care. Thank you so much. Bye.